Okay, today we're going to work with the workbook, page 24. In part A, you fill in the blanks and match the sentence with the drawing first. Then you have the words myself, yourself, herself, itself, ourselves, and themselves. And you have to fill them in the blank. Okay? That's you do it by yourself. In the second part, part B, we're doing it together in the class. We're going to unscramble the sentences. The first one is done here for you to understand. Usually remember that when you start a sentence, it's capital letter. It's capital letter always. So you have my, or it could be I, but you never start with I. So it's my sister and I. Then comes the verb to the hot went. So my sister and I went to the hot springs. The end of the sentence always finish with a period. In this case, we are working with themselves, ourselves. So by comes before the last one, before ourselves, himself, that finished with a period. So we're going to write the second sentence. The second sentence is Kenny couldn't go to the movies by himself. Kenny couldn't go to the movies by himself. So here we have, again, we have Kenny, it's in capital, and it's always starting the subject that starts the sentence. Couldn't go, you have the verb in negative form, couldn't go, right in here. This is the verb. Oh, let's just erase it and write it down here. Let's go back. And write it here so you can be clear. This is the verb. The verb is go, and it's explaining that he couldn't go. Verb. The verb is go and negative. And here we have here is verb went. Okay, so we have this other format. Himself at the end, by himself. Then we continue with the next sentence. Okay, so we continue with the other two sentences, and we have Sharon doesn't want to wash the car by herself. So we have here in negative form, doesn't want to. Doesn't want to is the negative of she doesn't want of the action. She doesn't want to wash. She doesn't want to wash. The action is wash the car, but she doesn't want to. And then we have the other sentence for Tim and his brothers never do the laundry. So they do the laundry, is the action to do the laundry by themselves. They never do it, so the frequency adverb goes here. Never do it. And Tim and his brothers, it's, we have themselves, so it has to be Tim and his brothers. We're talking about more than one. Sharon, it's a girl or a woman, and herself. That's why we have Sharon, herself. Kenny, himself. Kenny's a boy or a man, himself. My sister and I, it's we, ourselves. So remember, that's how you unscramble the sentence. That's page 24, exercise part B.